This is a live look at Vatican City. It was fewer than 24 hours ago when St. Peter's Square was filled with worshipers celebrating Easter. You can still see the chairs and stage from yesterday's celebrations. The Pope did not preside over Easter services, but he did deliver some remarks from his balcony over St. Peter's Square. Pope Francis's death comes months after he was admitted to the hospital on February 14th for a respiratory crisis that developed into double pneumonia. His body will be on display in an open coffin in St. Peter's Basilica. Pope Francis was a pope of the people. He expressed his dedication to the less fortunate and connected up close going into those massive crowds. ABC's Laura Spencer has more on the modern leader's transformative legacy.
Throughout his 12 years as Pope, Francis was a vocal advocate for the poor and the underprivileged. Even turning a 4-story Vatican-owned building into a homeless shelter. And for Holy Thursday, the Pope often performed the annual ritual of washing and kissing the feet of people on the margins of society, such as prisoners, refugees, and the homeless.
I think his biggest achievements were focusing the church on the poor. It always has been, of course, but really using like a laser-like focus to focus on people like refugees and migrants.
Many saw his papacy as the start of a new era for the Catholic Church, marked by greater inclusion and acceptance. On a flight back from Brazil in 2013, the Pope told reporters, "If a person is gay and seeks God and has goodwill, who am I to judge?" And when this young boy asked the Pope if his just-deceased father, an atheist, would go to heaven, the Pope responded, he was a non-believer, but he had all 4 children baptized. He was a good man.
He had a great expression, todos, 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 everyone, 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 which was his idea of the church, just a warm, welcoming place for everybody.
As head of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis made multiple trips to Asia, Africa, and Latin America, including 7 countries never previously visited by a pope, such as South Sudan, Mongolia, and Myanmar. He also strengthened the number of cardinals from historically less represented regions, reinforcing the growing influence of the faithful and clergy from outside the West. And within the ongoing debate of women's roles in the Catholic Church, Pope Francis promoted women to more senior positions, including naming an Italian sister as the first woman ever to head a major Vatican office.
We remember at the beginning, because he was quite elderly even when he was elected, that people didn't expect him to last for more than maybe a couple months or a year, but he lasted a dozen years, and I think really revolutionized the church.
We will have expanded coverage of the Pope's life and impact on the Catholic Church throughout the day. We'll have more reaction to the Pope's legacy on air and online. Go to our website, WQAD.com, and see the latest information.